Next is from Justin Alcade, and the subject is AEW Collision setting a bad example.
Right.
Hello, Conan, Disco, and Joe. We have heard the rumors about AEW making their new show because the elite do not want to work with Punk. In my opinion, as a business, you're losing out on big money by not capitalizing on the real life drama, and you're also setting a bad example to younger wrestlers, showing them that they can refuse to work with someone they don't like. Do you guys agree, and what do you think? If the story is true that the elite does not want to work with Punk, I'd get rid of him.
Wow.
I would absolutely just Tony. Tony needs to let one of these two factions go. He needs to either get rid of Kenny and the Bucks, or he needs to get rid of Punk. Okay, because if they're not willing, if your executive VPs are willing, literally willing not to do business, guy, if this story is true, get rid of him. The guy is a bigger draw than those guys. Period. Okay, and the numbers are very crystal clear. If you're doing business, okay, and it's come to the point where it's either us or them, you need to get rid of the people that bring less to the table than the other guy. Punk brings way more to the table than Kenny and the Bucks do, and that's just a fact. I mean, the numbers do not lie here. And like that's very petty. If they're literally not willing to work with the guy, get the come on. Like, since when are you guys such icons in this business where like you could refuse to work because you've had an issue with somebody? Every wrestler in the past that's far more popular than you guys have ever been have worked things out and done business. So if you guys are not willing to do business, bro, just let them go. You're probably saving a lot of money. They need to cut some costs too. But if they're not willing to work with Punk, get rid of them. They're useless. You literally have a great angle here that will do good business for the company, work out for us, work together, and you're saying no, we don't want to work with you. Okay, fine, you're done. I've got good business I can do with you guys, and you're telling me no? Forget it. You see ya. I don't know. Conan, what do you think? This is dumped in your lap with these conditions. They don't want to work with CM Punk. You're a booker. You're a product. Well, how do you handle this?
Yeah, I would sit everybody down and we would make it work. Because in
Okay, all
WCW,
right. Well, no, you sit everybody down. You
they
want to
would,
make it work, and they say no, we're not.
they
What do
would,
you do?
okay, can I finish a sentence for once in my? And
Go.
so I think that in WCW, where there were way bigger names and egos than WWE, you always work it out some way or another. Even if you went in the ring and shot at each other, who knows what problems they've had with CM Punk that we don't know about, that they're like, we can't work with this guy because, hey, CM Punk does have a history of being toxic. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega don't. Bro, I've worked with them. They're incredibly professional. So something must have really pissed them off to the point they won't work with him. But having said that, the problem is that if you let the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega go and WWE picks them up, that might be something you may not be able to come back from, you know. But you've got to sit them down and you've got to say, hey, I'm not. You can't cater to them and say, I'm going to put these guys on this show and these guys on this show. You're going to have to find a way to work together with professionals. You're all millionaires. You're all being paid very well, and but that's not what's happening here.
Okay, well, it comes back to my question again. You sit them down, you have the discussion, and Kenny and the Bucks say no, we're not working with them. What do you do?
I would have to figure out a way where they would work with each other. But if that was their final thing, I probably
Well, let me throw this at you.
guys go.
What if Tony's thinking, you know what, this is hot now, but if I placate everyone for 6 months, maybe then I can get them together. What if he's thinking that? Is that,
I,
you know what I mean?
I'm going to throw this out there too, and we're hearing these rumors because then that's the thing. The dirt sheets, you hear stories on the internet. You don't know what's true or not. You don't know if it's actually
I've
real.
heard
So,
people
but
inside the company that this is going to happen. So it might
okay,
be,
well, no. What is going to happen? The brand split?
yeah, that they're going to put one guy on one
Okay,
show.
think about that.
Mhm.
That is your solution to this. Like,
Right.
think of it like you're literally like saying, okay, we have three guys that do not want to work with another talent to placate these egos. We're literally going to start another show and put them on different shows. Explain
Well,
to
I think
me
the
how
show,
that does not make the person in charge look like an absolute like a eunuch. Like these people are just you have no clue how to handle the situation because that's what it's. I defy anybody to tell me that's exactly what this sounds like. He has no clue how to handle the situation. And he needs it handled with a stern fist. Okay, if you don't, you tell them, bro, if you don't want to work with this guy, I'm going to get rid of you. So take it or leave it. You can either work with them or you're done. Period. Lay that on the table. I don't know if Tony, like you know Tony, I know, but like him placating this little, well, we'll do a Blanchard. So no, you be a boss and tell these guys, look, work with them or you're done. That needs to be how this is handled. And if they say no, okay, you're done. Bro, Eric fired a lot of people. He told them you need to do. They fired me. You need to do this or you're fired. I'm not going to do it. You're fired. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm fired. So now I got fired. Okay. And I respected his decision because he told me he wanted me to do something. I said, no, I don't want to do it. And he fired me. Okay. It's not that hard to do. Okay, and I know these guys are making a lot of money and stuff and things like, but if you guys are, and bro, let me tell you something. If these guys are basically using this as leverage to maybe say okay, if you fire us, we'll just go to WWE, which will make Tony look bad. It's like, okay, I'm just benching you guys.
Or
but bench them or fire them. If you take them off TV or you fire them is literally the only way to handle the situation effectively. And Cody, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I just think if you were a baseball player and you're like, oh, I'm not going to go pitch because this guy's on the team, they get rid of you, right?
Right.
Much, and it's just hard because, like I said, if they go to WWE, that might be something they can't come back from. But at the end of the day, bro, I hated a lot of people in the business, and I still went out there and I did my job. We didn't sing karaoke together. We didn't train in the gym together. We didn't have phone calls. We did business, and then we ignored each other,
Right. Yeah.
Let me just real quick, what if there's something in the works where Kenny and the Bucks say, no, we don't want to do this, and your solution is, we'll fire these guys. They're not, going along with they're not towing the line. But they can't fire Kenny and the Young Bucks because their legal department is saying, what are you going to do? Fire these guys? They're just going to say,
breach of contract.
But we were attacked by this guy, and you're trying to put
breaching. But they're breaching. That's not.
Unsafe work environment kind of thing.
Well, they've probably gotten beyond that. Okay, it's like now we're going forward. Now we want to do creatively, and everybody still works here. We haven't fired anybody, so it's like, so what are we gonna do? It's like, okay, you guys got to work together. No, we're not working with them. All right, well then we'll just go let you go.
Yeah,
we got a million, bro. They have ton. Let me tell you something. They do. That'd be the dumbest thing for the Young Bucks and Kenny if they put two separate shows where those guys are on one show and Punk's on the other show. Bro, the show with Punk is going to do better numbers. They're going to look ridiculous because Punk's show is going to see like better weekly TV numbers than the show with Kenny and the Young Bucks.
Well, the Punk show is going to be
has
a
cult following of fans.
Saturday Night Wrestling hasn't been in a long time.
Well, but the numbers will be like they'll see an increase in like the metrics will favor Punk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You'll see that he's a draw, okay? And they'll see that the elite guys that they don't draw, and they don't. Not like Punk does. Punk has a cult following of about 100 to 200,000 fans that will follow him around if he's on TV, and that's been kind of like proven, but by the numbers, so.